Right, come on then.
Welcome to another episode of Zero Ales and Hockey Tales with Wally. And today I'm so excited to have on a 14-year-old from Rotherham, England, a staple and legend with the EIHL's second best team, the Sheffield Steelers. He's been running a muck of being a son, and with his mother, Claire, has raised about £13,000 for his father, Rich's rehab, and probably celebrated those Steelers League titles in 2015 and 16. I'm guessing he was about 6 or 7 years old. Probably went to the rink in a little orange jersey like a little punk. I'm still not over it. Welcome to the shed, James Bateman.
Hi. Hello. Thank you for having me on.
Yes, thank you for coming on, sir. And get into how we know each other. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, my dad listened to your podcasts and I thought it'd be a good idea to try and raise a bit of money for
Yeah.
his recovery. And I messaged you on Instagram and I asked you to share the story and the page and everything. And yeah, just kind of went from there and now we're here.
Yeah, now we
We're
are
doing a
here.
podcast. It's the first one of my life, so
Well, that's how I started doing this. Was I went on one. The first one of my life was with Neil Francis from the Cardiff Devils,
oh
and that's how this started. Because it's kind of fun
yeah,
to do this. So maybe you'll start one after
yeah.
this.
Hey, yeah, it's looks like a lot of fun to be honest.
It is. And folks, how we know each other is this jersey, that side of me, right there, that one. That's the only one I have left. I was keeping it for decoration,
Oh
but we're raffling that shit off at aleshockeytales.com, folks. It's the last one. So it's £2 a ticket, and every pound or dollar, cent, whatever you want to call it, is going to James's old man's recovery, Rich, who suffered a stroke. And yeah, so it's a lot of rehab and a lot of therapy and everything to get back up. So part of how we know each other is when you shared your story with me. Um, my grandpa had a severe stroke when I was about your age, but this wasn't my father. This was my grandpa. So I remember going to a minor hockey game, and my old man got the call and well, obviously left immediately to go see his dad. So I know what it's like. I know what they can do. My grandpa had a tough go the rest of his life. For a couple decades he was in a wheelchair, so you know.
yeah, it just
Sucks.
it does. It really does. I mean, life's just not fair, but it's not fair for anyone to have one. So you just gotta keep going, motor on.
Yeah,
Gotta,
and you're doing a great job, man. That the message you sent me, I didn't know who I was talking to. I get a few messages, and when I read it, I thought, wow, what a well written message. And then when I went to the GoFundMe page and I realized you're a kid, um, yeah.
yeah.
Thought I might want to help.
Well,
So
I mean,
hopefully we can buy some or sell some raffle tickets so we can help out
yeah,
a little bit here in the shed, you know.
absolutely.
But thank you to some of the folks. I've only posted it on Instagram, and I guess I put it on Twitter that this raffle was happening. This is the first time I've talked about it on here. It's all happened very
Yeah,
quick. So thank you to my website maker guy, Sean Collins, for how responsive he is in getting the raffles up when I tell him my ideas. But some of the shed folks that have already bought tickets, Danny Beresford, which was the last episode, he's bought raffle tickets. So thank you, Danny. I really appreciate it. And Barry the
really.
Baguette, Pete Banton, who's a Sheffield Steeler fan, and Sarah Cutts, who got the first ever 2 Ales tattoo. They've all bought tickets for the raffle, so I can't thank you very much. And there's actually another one. Heather Urquhart, who's a Blaze fan, she bought tickets, and I actually tipped the pod there. And I said, wow, thank you so much, because I don't know her. And she says, yeah, you're welcome. I really like the pod, but I'm a Blaze fan and I don't really appreciate when you give it to the Blaze all the time. So sorry about that. I don't know what else to say, but I don't really like them that much. So, right?
Well, in one of my first ever hockey away games was at the Blaze. Where I think we got battered like 4-0 or something. So
That
that
doesn't sound right.
it wasn't very fun. It was the I think it was the Challenge Cup no, it was either the Challenge Cup or the playoff quarterfinals. We got absolutely hammered by the Blaze 4-0. Honestly, it was not a very fun night having to
The
drive.
goalie was probably knocking the net off too, because they got terrible pegs in their nets, but you know.
Well then.
So you go to, anyways, I gotta get back on track here. So you've been to isn't it called the Sky Dome, the Coventry Arena? It's a
I think it is. From what I can remember, it's the Sky Dome. I'm not
yeah.
too sure. That was the first and hopefully last time I've been to Coventry.
You may end up back there someday, right? Don't want to say too bad things. Maybe they won't tip the shit anymore,
Yeah,
you know?
sorry, Coventry fans.
Yeah. Anyways, the GoFundMe page has a goal of £50,000, right? And the research team got hot, and it looks like your mom posted that you guys were nearing £13,000, right? Still a long way to go
Yeah, I
though.
mean, yeah, we've got a long way to go, but it was just a kind of a spur of the moment thing. Like we just thought, well, he might need this intense rehab because I know what he can do, but it's not funded by the National Health Service in the UK. So we just kind of set it up so we could
Yeah.
get a bit of money in. I was like, oh, we might raise like a couple of £100, a grand would be brilliant. And here we are at 13,000. So
Wow, we can
we've
try and do
gone.
better, folks, because I know what it can do. You gotta adjust your houses, where you live.
Oh yeah,
Hopefully your old man can come home sooner than later, and then
yeah.
you got to get it all set up for him, right?
Yeah, we're thinking about stair lifts at the minute because we think stairs will be a bit of a challenge, but there are ways around that. He's determined that he'll walk upstairs though. He's determined he'll do all these things again, like walking, driving, etc. So
Yeah.
if
Well,
he's
he's got the right
at least he's
attitude.
got
You got to
that.
believe you can do it, right?
Exactly. That's all
Uh,
you can.
And so he was a truck driver, I saw. Is that right? He was a
Yeah.
driver for a living, and it happened while he was in his truck.
Oh, yeah. So we got the call on Tuesday, the 23rd of November last year. Um, Basically, we didn't really get the call, but like, he rings my mom every morning, basically saying, "Hi,
And you
I'm
didn't get the
okay."
ring.
Yeah, and he didn't call that one day, so we're like, okay, something's a bit off. Either his phone's been nicked or something's very bad's happened, and his truck's got quite a few security features, so we thought it'd be the last one. So we called the office of the people he works for, saying, "Hi,
Uh,
Rich hasn't called us. Can you check if he's all right?" And one of their drivers had also said he hasn't turned up for his delivery this morning. So is he all right? Thankfully enough, we knew where he was parked, but it was like a good, oh God, what happened in Essex, which is a decent 4 hours away from our house. So um, I got home from school that day. I got into my grandma and granddad's house, and I was like, I got told everything. I was like, okay, this isn't very good. We have to go down there. So we went down there under the impression that things weren't looking great. He might not make it. So we get to the hospital after a horrible 4 hours in the car,
yeah.
and when we walked into the unit, the nurses came out to us. They said, "Okay, so he's stable enough. He's not totally stable, but he's on a ventilator. He's We're just going to take it from here. We just need him to open his eyes because he ended up in a coma." So we go in there. We sit. This was like a good 10 at night. Now we stayed there until 2 in the morning, in which we had to find a hotel. So we anyway, going off the hotel tangent, we end up having to, after the weekend, go back up to Sheffield. he stays in Basildon for like about 2 weeks, I'd say, and then he gets transferred up to the
Near
Halliday.
closer to home.
Yeah, which is only about a 20-minute drive from where we live. So
So
that was
he
brilliant.
was 4 hours away for like 2 weeks then.
Oh yeah, yeah. It
That
was 4 hours
sucks.
away from us for like 2 weeks. Yeah, I had to still go to school and everything because I was like, I don't know how long
And
he's going to
that'd
be
be
down
tough.
there.
That'd be tough to do.
Yeah, I was like, I can't just sit and sulk, so I may as well do something. So I go back to school, see my friends and everything. They're really good about everything. Anyway, about 2 weeks later, he comes back up to Sheffield. Literally the first day my mum goes to visit him, he's awake and he can't talk or anything, but he can nod and shake his head and do stuff like that.
As soon as he got closer to home.
Yeah. So I don't know what it was, but it just seems like a big coincidence. But
And like he wouldn't have wanted to be 4 hours away. He could have felt
oh no.
felt it when he gets closer to home, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm relatively sure that you can definitely feel when you're coming home, can't you?
Oh, you can though, for
But
sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
but he's making progress. It's slow progress, but he's making progress at the end of the day. So that's what matters.
Right. And yeah, it's the intense rehab and it's a long
Yeah.
grind. And the more they can teach themselves to do again and the more they can be able to do again, the better off their life will be, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we've just got to take it as it comes.
That's right. Yeah. And you just gotta try to make each day a good day for living,
Yeah.
right? Mhm.
He's kept his spirits up, which is what you can ask for, really.
Yeah, and then hopefully from what I could tell and what I hear is one of his passions and one of your family's passions was going to Steelers games, right? So
Oh yeah,
be great to get him back to the rink, right?
absolutely. The Steelers have been brilliant with all their fundraising. So because we contacted them, they posted the story and the Just Giving on their website, and the supporters club did a around the rinks virtual kind of walk. So they didn't actually walk around the rinks, but they got people to submit how many miles they'd walk and then get sponsors and everything. So big shout outs to everyone from the Steelers supporters club because they've been brilliant.
That's right.
Also,
Yeah.
yeah,
And Simsy's coming on later today for episode
yeah,
200. And I know he likes to raise money for good causes and has walked a lot of miles in his day. So good
uh,
work, Steelers. That's why you're my second favorite now.
yeah.
Right.
Big shout out to Simsy and everything. So yeah,
Yeah. No,
everyone's
I
been really.
know. I thought I hated them for so many years. You know, sucks to find out you don't hate the Steelers because I really liked hating them for
Yeah,
years.
it's. I mean, we're hated by everyone, but I find it funny. So
Right. Yeah.
yeah.
Budget teams. Okay, so I'll get into your poster picks. So there was a group, I'm guessing family and close family and friends that all had Rich's Road to Recovery t-shirts. Right? You guys have got
Oh
a
yeah,
bunch of t-shirts made?
we got a bunch of t-shirts because we were doing a sponsored walk from our house to my dad's rehab place in like about I don't know. Basically, we thought it'd be a round trip of about 18 miles. It was a round trip of about 24 miles, so it was quite a bit harder than we expected. But
24 miles you walked?
yeah, it was it
How long does
was
that take?
a long time, a very long time.
Yeah.
Um, I'd say, oh God, I'm trying to think. Oh gosh,
You've had a lot of ideas to raise some money that and some people have been helpful. That's good.
yeah,
It's what
we've
you
had
need in
a
these
lot.
situations, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So then there's a picture of you with your parents in rain jackets. Looked like you're on like a family holiday. Where's that?
Oh yeah, we were in Niagara Falls. We were on the, one of the boats that goes through the falls.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
not far from there.
we
You guys went to Niagara Falls,
yeah
eh? So we're on the Canadian or an American side?
we were on the Canadian side because we had a
Way
holiday in
nicer.
yes, the better side, some would say.
Sorry, folks from the other side.
Sorry, any Americans we may have offended.
Yeah, didn't mean it. But yeah, no, that's not far from here. I've been there. So how long ago was that? That seemed somewhat recent.
Oh,
You don't look that
yeah,
much older.
that was August 2019. So that was a good 3 years ago now.
Right. Yeah.
About this time 3 years ago. So I can't have
So
aged that
where all did
much.
you go? Just flew over to where? Toronto?
We flew to Toronto. We had I think a week there. Yeah, we had a week there.
In Toronto?
Just did
Yuck. You got to get
yeah.
out of there.
I,
That big
I've got
city? Ugh.
well, I mean, at least we didn't have to drive. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
Driving anywhere in America or Canada in a city looks to be an absolute nightmare.
Is that right? And you guys are driving on the wrong side of the road and you're saying that to me, eh?
Yeah.
Well, jeepers, it's saying my internet is unstable out here. That's not good. Sorry if I'm catching up.
Yeah, it's fine. It must be just the because we're across the pond from each other, so
Maybe that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the whole driving on the wrong side of the car. I kept trying to get I'd always go to the wrong side of the car to get in when I was over there. So tough times.
Yeah.
But so you did
Yeah.
Toronto, Niagara Falls, and you're around that area then. So you were kind of right by here.
Yeah.
So then there's
It was
another picture. You with a young gal. Is that a sister or cousin? Who's that? Did you hear me?
oh no, that was my little cousin. I think I know which one you're on about.
You
That
had
was
your
my
arm
little
around
cousin.
a girl that was younger than you. I was just curious who it was. That's your cousin.
Yeah, it's my little cousin.
Okay. And then there's one of you piggybacking a buddy at a Steelers game, right where the players would play two-touch.
Oh. Oh yeah. That was me and my mate Jack. We just thought of a picture idea. Didn't turn out as well as we thought it would, but I think that was mainly because halfway through the picture, I pretty much dropped him off my back.
So you've been going to Steelers games, what, your whole life?
Not my whole life, because my mom used to go when she was about, when was it made? 1991? Oh, wow. That's a long time ago. When she was about my age, she went to the Steelers. I started going, when was it? I've still got a jersey from the first season I went. I just can't put my finger on what season it was. I think it was the 14-15 season. I'm not sure. I think it was.
That's the year I would have been in the league trying to run a muck. You guys beat us by like 2 points that year, punks.
Never mind.
Yeah. So you obviously have your picture with your buddy there, but you would probably have a lot of friends around the arena when you've been going there for that many years. And I don't know if your parents are season ticket holders, but it's interesting when it's the same people showing up at the and then they probably have neighbors by their seats, right? That they've been sitting by for years, and they're probably missing Rich too, right?
Yeah,
you good?
Is it? Yeah, sorry.
No, it's a cutting out on me or what?
Yeah, no, it's fine. I could pick out what you were saying. You just meet people around where you sit, I guess. There's this lovely family that sit behind us. Big shout out to Freddie, my little mini hockey buddy.
Hey, Freddie.
Yeah. Hi, Freddie. Please stop attacking me whenever I drop the puck. Please.
Yeah, it is weird though. Like the Cardiff fans have the same thing as like each block is like their own little family, right? And you get to know the people that sit around you.
Yeah. Yeah. And obviously we're part of the supporters club, so we've met people from there. And yeah,
it's a tight community. Good work, Steelers fan club, for raising the money for them, for the Batemans and all that. Last poster picture I'm bringing up is you're out for ice cream with your buddies. I got a kick out of that picture.
Yeah, that one.
It's just like what you do when you're like 20 years old, but you guys were having ice cream instead of like what we would have when we go out, right?
Yeah, like coffee drinks.
All the lads sitting around the table. You guys were just having a milkshake.
Yeah. Yeah, we were in Costa Coffee. I I,
You're in Costa
Caramel.
coffee, so it was probably 5 pounds of coffee. So you went with the
Oh
milkshakes.
God! Oh,
What are they?
don't
15
remind me.
pounds?
They just drained my bank account. Honestly.
I can't believe what you guys do over there. Tim Hortons over here, I'm paying like $2 Canadian a coffee. You guys are paying absurd amounts of
honestly,
money for Costa coffee. Just letting you folks know.
yeah.
Give your head a shake.
Seriously, Tim Hortons has opened a shop in Sheffield. Thank you, because I have the app on my phone. I can actually get free drinks sometimes, which is brilliant. At Starbucks, where I had to pay £1.70 for a bottle of water.
Don't get me started. Starbucks at least has the filter coffee, though. You can get the filter coffee.
Yeah.
It's a decent price. So I'm not going to complain about you guys, Starbucks, but Costa, oh man, I tell you, the bus would stop on the way to a hockey game, and I got to drink a coffee before a game, and I'm like, how? I want to drink coffee. My attitude's right, but now you're charging me like £5 to drink a coffee on the way to a game. Doesn't make any sense. That's like 10 Canadian dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was when I went to Canada, I was so shocked at what you could buy for not a lot of money in UK money.
Well, yeah, when you think about it hard, when you go to the UK, you wouldn't want to spend any money. You want to save that. Okay. So where and what are you doing now?
I am. Oh God, I'm not doing much today. I don't think.
You're at your parents' house. Where's that?
Yeah.
Is that in Rotherham?
No, that's it. That's in the north of Sheffield. I've moved from Rotherham now.
You've moved out of Rotherham. Where are you now? Sheffield?
Sheffield, yeah. I'm probably just gonna go and visit Dad. Just chilling really.
So are you guys off school right now? You have summer break?
Yeah, we're off school. I only have like a week left though, so that's sad. But no, we're off at the minute.
That's not sad for the parents. You need your kids to go to school and learn. I got like a week or so left with my kids at home, and they need school. They need to be around other kids. It's time.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
not
quite
sad.
excited to go back and tell my friends.
I could see that. I could see you got some good lads around you with that Costa coffee pick. It looks like you guys will have some fun in a few years out at the pubs and whatnot. Not that you guys would do that. So if you were out late night with the fellas, okay, if you guys were out on the town, you 14-year-olds running amok, and you need it, you're going to eat at the end of the night. What are you going to have? You into kebabs?
No, I'm not a kebab person myself.
Is that right?
I hit McDonald's for 99 cheeseburger.
You're gonna go for a cheeseburger at McDonald's? That's what you're going with?
Yeah, or KFC. That both of them are a big shout.
What are you doing at KFC? You're not just getting a drumstick. You're gonna get like a sandwich, right?
Oh no. Bargain bucket or tower box meal all the way.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody's different. I like to get into the kebabs. That's where I like to go, but everybody's different. I think you'll grow out of your McDonald's phase. I think you'll be a kebab guy in a few years. I think so.
Do you think?
Yeah, I do.
I do. You can't complain.
I've trained my kids young. They're already into the kebabs. Okay.
Wonderful.
So you get to visit your old man a bunch though when you're not in school, at least, eh? So you're going there a lot of days?
Yeah. We go there, literally every day. We're there for a good long period of time, to be honest.
Yeah. So I curious. So where is he at? Can he speak now?
Yeah, he can talk. It's a bit. He went into hospital a couple of weeks back because he was having these little twitches on his arm. They've upped some of his medication, which has made him a bit more tired. But no, he can still speak. We can have conversations with each other, which is lovely.
Yeah, that's huge.
It's just relearning like everything.
Yeah.
So, but it'll take a long time, but he's got the right mindset. So fingers crossed, eh?
Yeah, for sure. And he's about 20-minute drive now away.
Yeah, which is a lot better than 4 hours.
Okay. Here's a cutting edge question. What grade are you in?
Oh, I mean, I'm going into year 10, which would be grade 9 for Americans.
Okay,
I don't
so
know what
that'd
that
be
is in
like going to
Canada.
high school.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what you want to be when you grow up?
I have different thoughts, but I'm not too sure. I like the idea of being a lawyer, but that's really about it for what I've come up with. Either that
A
or engineering.
lawyer, eh?
Yeah.
Hmm. Well, based on the message you sent me and what you're doing for your old man and your values and the picture of you with your buddies, I think you're going to do good at whatever you do. So there you go. Okay.
Hey, thank you.
Uh-huh. Anyways, growing up in Rotherham, England, is that where you grew up or no? Sheffield. Or where's
Um,
Rotherham?
I from not too far from here. I'm a big fan of Rotherham United Football Club, which is the shirt I'm wearing now. So
Oh,
it's not that far further. I lived there for about 2 years when I was little, but then we moved to Sheffield. But still
okay.
repping.
Doesn't Sheffield have a soccer team? Football? Does Sheffield have a team?
Yeah. I don't. Sorry, you cut out a bit
No,
there.
that's all
What
good. You said you like the Rotherham football team. Does Sheffield have a team too?
I live in a place that has South Yorkshire has, I think, quite a few football teams. We've got Sheffield United, we've got Sheffield Wednesday.
Oh,
No one likes
not
Wednesday.
really. Yeah.
No one likes Wednesday. We have
Unless
Barnsley,
it's
which
a
is in
pod
Bath.
day, then you like Wednesdays. Sorry. If I get to do a pod on Wednesdays, Wednesdays aren't that bad. So okay.
Yeah, fair enough.
So there's a few teams around there though, eh? So you're not just into hockey. You like
Yeah,
football, you like hockey. What else? Do you play anything?
not really. Like I play football with my friends sometimes, but other than I don't play competitively or anything.
No. Okay.
I'm
Go ahead.
I'm big into my music though, which
Is
is
that right?
something that
What are you doing?
yeah. I play guitar. 1 second. I've got this, which is very nice to.
Whoa, that's a fancy looking one. Where'd you get that
It's really
guitar?
nice. I got it for Christmas 2021, I think, from what I can remember. Yeah.
So you can
I've
rock that thing or what?
well, I mean, depending on your definition of rock, I'm always. I feel like I play better when I'm not under pressure, but like,
Well, do you feel under
um,
pressure right now in the shed?
not really. I mean, it's just nice to be able to talk about it to
And I
someone.
agree.
Really,
I agree. And I don't think you should feel any pressure. You know, Danny Beresford said he was all nervous talking to me. And he's a full grown up. I don't know what his deal is. Do you want to play the guitar real quick? Like, give me like 10 seconds. Show me what you got. Did you just start when you got the guitar? When did you start playing?
I started playing quite a while ago, but I didn't practice as much as I really should have when I started playing.
I understand.
What do you want? I do. It might be a bit hard to hear, but
When you're in the UK, you're probably
I
not
can
into the
play.
same music I'm into. I like country, you know? You probably don't know any country.
You like
So
country? My dad's big into country. I don't know. I don't know much country. I play more metal than anything.
metal.
Really.
Is that what we're
Yeah.
getting into right now? Let's hear something. Let's do this.
Right. It might be a bit hard to hear because it's really like quiet because I haven't got my amp on. But
Okay, just do it. Just go for it. Here we go.
right. Okay.
Listen up, folks. This is the first time we've had someone play an instrument in the shed. That's awesome,
God.
Ben. Dude, that's awesome.
I
You're
messed a
just
bit of it
getting
up.
started at it. So did you have a guitar before that one?
Yeah, I've got many guitars. I've got a Flying V in the corner of my room.
What's that mean? I thought that was from the Mighty Ducks movie. I thought that was a hockey move.
Well, I mean, it looks very much like the hockey move, to be honest. It's a guitar that you can pretty much only play standing up. I can go and get it if you like, but I don't think anyone on the podcast will be able to hear it, so that's a bit of a shame.
Yeah, but you know what? Then maybe we'll force the people to the YouTube channel. You know, I posted that we've got to like 104,000 listens to the audio stuff, but YouTube, we're over 20,000 views too, so that's cool, I guess. Right? Look at that thing, folks. I know what you mean. That's like what what's the guy's name that played that guitar? Gosh, that's a cool looking guitar.
I think
Axel.
no,
Axel? Is that the guy's Axel? Guns N' Roses.
I think I think that's the lead singer for Guns N' Roses.
Am I making shit up again in the shed? Am I making shit up? Yeah. I better not talk music. Yeah, I'm not knowledgeable enough to be discussing this. That's a really cool guitar, dude.
Thank you.
So you can play that one too?
Yeah, well.
Are they all pretty much the same? Once you can do it, you can do all of them?
Well, I mean, unless you go on to like the 8-string guitar side of things, which is not what I'm really going to go into. You can.
That's when you need more fingers, right? Bigger hands.
If you can play one 6-string guitar, you can pretty much play any. It's just the style in which you play. I've got a more metally guitar, and then I've got one that's a bit more relaxed. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
So you get into any singing or just playing?
Oh, I sing like a cat being strangled, so it's pretty much just playing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All the Waltons sing like that. We're more dancers than singers in our family. You know?
Right.
Okay, so how did you get into hockey then? Was it your parents taking you to a game?
I went one Boxing Day to the Steelers versus Panthers game, and I was pretty much hooked. I got a jersey on my first ever game, and we just went to every game after that, really.
That's cool. That's how a lot of people get into it, right? You go to one game and then you're hooked.
One of my first memories of the Steelers was losing to the Devils, so you'll be happy to know that.
Challenge Cup final against me?
Oh, not that one again.
Is that one of your memories? Because, yeah, I had a great time that night.
That's one of my core memories.
You guys won the title in front of us at the end of the year, so. Do you know that after that Challenge Cup win, when we won 2-1, you guys beat us 11-1 that week?
I wonder.
We went to Costa for too many milkshakes.
Yeah, it's the milkshakes that does it.
We deserve them,
anyone
though.
That's listening to the pod, anyone that listens to the pod, though, if you're gonna go to Costa, order something healthy, because if you're going to be having too many of those milkshakes, it's not good for your immune system.
That's very true. That's right. It's not good for you, folks. So you get up early and drink coffee now. Yes. So then you were into it from then on, and one of your first memories is that Challenge Cup. I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. You know, sorry.
I mean, everyone deserves to win some.
Well, if we wouldn't have won that, probably wouldn't even be a shed now, right? Nobody'd even want to talk to me if we didn't win a trophy that year. You know?
Well, I mean.
Did you ever play hockey, and can you skate without a penguin?
I can skate without a penguin. And I do have a hockey stick. I do have a few hockey sticks, so I can play. I can play in big quotation marks. I can walk up to the puck and move it about, but I can't properly play.
Right. You can whack it around and muck it up a bit.
Yeah, I can do that.
You're not stick handling around with your head up, skating around. I get it.
No, not really.
But you've never probably had the chance to really sign up and be into hockey, right? You've just played around on the road or driveway, right? Or something? Or what?
Yeah, pretty much. I play about on the road a bit, but I'm not big into getting all the equipment because It's expensive.
And you need to get guitars, right? Because those don't look cheap.
Yeah, exactly. They are, especially when you come home from going to play it one day and the head has snapped off it, and you need to pay £200 to fix it.
What, did you like really rock it one day and then smash it, or what?
It just broke. So thanks to the bank of mum and dad, it was fine. But I bought another one after that.
You're just playing it too hard, or what?
I don't know. It's a common thing on the Epiphone for the top to just kind of snap off sometimes. It's very sad occurrence.
So you said you've done a few road trips in hockey. Did you ever go to Cardiff?
Oh, yes, we've been to Cardiff many a time. We went to Cardiff when we won the Challenge Cup. I do remember.
So that would have been, I've been sent
Cardiff.
that photo. I've been sent that photo. It nearly made me throw up. Carter, Best, and Will sent me that. Would he have been the coach then? Right? It happened in Cardiff, and he said that half the rink was Devils fan. That was against Cardiff, wasn't it?
Yeah. We also went to Cardiff when we lost the Challenge Cup final, which was not as happy.
You know, winning is the opposite of losing, right? And you show up to those games and you do your best and you want to win. Yeah. And it's way more fun to win, but sometimes you lose, right?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But we've been on many a road trip. We've done Scotland. The only club rink I haven't been to yet is Belfast. But hopefully when my dad's in a better position, we'll get to Belfast.
Yeah, that would be cool to get your old man to Belfast with you. It would seem like a really cool city. And like for the hockey players, you don't get to enjoy the city that much because you're too busy playing the hockey. But it would be cool for fans to get to go there, see the city and a hockey game, because it is a beautiful rink. Too big of an ice surface, but a nice rink. Yeah. Hard to run into people and muck it up when the rink's so big and you got to skate so far. Oh, exhausting shit on that ice.
Exactly.
Sheffield's rink's no better, man. That rink's too big, too warm. Do you know that? Do you sweat when you go watch the games? I bet you're not even dressed like a hockey player and you're sweating in the stands because it's that warm.
I do have a picture of myself at the rink wearing a t-shirt and shorts because it was that warm.
Yeah, you can. You could go there in flip-flops, folks. And us hockey players have to wear all this shit and then go crash into each other and skate around on the ice that's way too big. You know what? You don't even crash into each other because it's too big. You don't even see your line mates out there. It's such a big ice surface. And it's too warm for guys with my physique. You need smaller ice surfaces. You know?
Yeah. It's a bit too warm in the, to be perfectly honest, but it's starting to cool down a bit more now. So that's
I might have to bring it up to Simsy today later on.
Yeah.
Right? So who do you have a favorite player of all time?
Of all time?
Yeah.
In any league or just for the Steelers?
I don't care. You tell me.
I mean, I was a big fan of Levi Nelson when he was playing.
Who? What's his name?
When he played for us, Levi Nelson, one of the Steelers.
Oh, Levi Nelson, number 76, shoots left.
Yeah.
Yeah, he played in Kaufbeuren for the Jokers. I played against him in Germany. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So what was it about him?
I think it was that winning goal at the playoff final that really did it.
Because he was a gamer. He scored the big goal.
That was against. I wonder. Yeah,
against us.
I wonder who we played. Yeah, it was against you.
Really? Well, I wasn't there, so I don't feel as bad about that one.
Yeah, exactly. You couldn't have done anything.
Now I'm just a fan, you know? Now I can even like the Steelers. It's been enough time, you know? Right? Yeah. So what about on the active team? Have you got as much time to see any games last season with you know?
We went to most of the games. Like we went like to see my dad in the morning, and then in the afternoon we went to the games. But for the active players, I think my favourite's probably got to be Martin Lattal or Lattal, however you say his name.
Okay. I don't know how he plays, never really paid attention, but yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
He's a forward skill guy, right?
Yeah, pretty fast.
Pretty fast, yeah.
Pretty. Yeah, I know a lot about hockey pretty fast.
No, it does sound like you do. Okay. What else do I got here? What's your favorite away trip then? What arena do you like going to other than the too warm Sheffield one?
What arena do I like going to? I mean, Nottingham's always a big game. I do like the Cardiff Arena, to be honest. That's probably got to be one of my favorite.
Did you ever go to the
arenas.
big blue tent though?
Oh, I don't think I did actually. I only went to
Oh,
the new one.
yeah, that's
Big game.
not the same. Yeah.
I think Manchester's always a good atmosphere, but you can't hardly see the game, so that's a bit of a shame.
Right. It is a good atmosphere because there's a lot of bumping and grinding because it's a small ice surface.
Yeah,
It's just not many
yeah,
good spots to see the actual ice surface from, right?
yeah. I mean,
So when you guys would go on away trips, are you guys going on like a bus with other fans or are you guys driving as a family?
we've always driven. We go in the car. We've got those little mini jerseys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got personalized versions of them, so everyone knows that we're a part of the Too Warm Traffic Cone Society.
Yeah. So then all the Sheffield Steeler fans are driving down the highway and you can see the little jerseys in your cars and you all know you're going the same spot then.
Yeah,
I got you.
we've been past the coach time, so
Well, that's cool though. And then you know what? Each team in that league has their own little family of like fans and people,
yeah,
right? Like it is interesting.
yeah. There's some.
Well,
There are
you
some
now you cut out on me there. There's what?
Oh, I do apologize. I said there's a lot of dedicated fans for the UK ice hockey scene.
No kidding.
Just
That's how so many people like buy raffle tickets for this jersey, right?
yeah,
Like we haven't even talked about it yet. I haven't even brought it up on the actual podcast. All we've done is post it to social media or Instagram. And I think this morning it was at 72 tickets had sold in like 24 hours. So way to go, Shed family.
brilliant.
Keep it up, right?
Yeah. Big shout out to anyone who bought a ticket. They're only £2 a ticket, and you could win a very nice jersey. So you've really got not
That's
much
right.
to lose.
It may not smell as
So
good now that it's been
get
in the shed for this long, but you know what? It's that's like game worn, folks. It's the only one that's hung there for months. Right?
exactly. It's a very nice jersey as well. So you can put it in the wash and then hang it up somewhere.
Yeah, or you can just enjoy the smell, folks. But yeah, at aleshockeytales.com, folks. aleshockeytales.com. And then you click on the link, it'll take you to this raffle thingamajiggy. And then it's really easy once you have an account. You just gotta sign up and then you can buy tickets. It's really not that hard.
Yeah.
So please do it. Buy some tickets because
really
this is the
hard.
last one in the world. My Shed family, there's a bunch of them that have them over in the UK. And as we come up to episode 200 here today, it's pretty cool that like there's like a hockey team full of people wearing these jerseys in the UK. And I can't wait to give this jersey to whoever it is wins it and buys tickets to support Rich, right?
Yeah, brilliant. It's a very good cause you're supporting, so do please buy tickets.
Yes. And the better Rich gets, the better your life will be and your mother's life, because like I brought up earlier is my grandma, episode 19, Grace Walton. She basically had to care for her husband the rest of her life as well. And it's a lot of work and it does take money. And you need to make alterations around your house and you need to change your life to accommodate it, right? Like everything.
Yeah.
So buy a ticket, folks.
Yeah, seriously, it's £2 and you have the chance to win the last of these very lovely jerseys. So
that's right.
Seriously.
Okay.
We
talked about your late night meal. What would your favorite meal be though, outside of late night? Like, let's not talk McDonald's. If you were going to tell your mom to whip you up a meal, what are you going to ask her for?
My favorite meal that my mom makes is her lasagna. I absolutely love my mother's lasagna.
Really?
Yeah,
Lasagna.
yeah.
Lasagna's good. I don't eat it enough, I guess. Yeah. She's making that from
It's
scratch
very
then,
nice.
eh?
Yeah, I'm actually having it later today, so
Mm,
very happy about that.
you should be. I've never made a
Oh,
lasagna. I should probably try. Huh.
good. It's very easy and it tastes very nice.
Yeah, yeah. You get some bread involved too, probably.
Yeah, absolutely. Cheese
Yeah.
and tomato flatbreads are my favorite.
Oh dear. Okay. Are you getting any vegetables in you throughout this process? Are you gonna eat a
Yeah,
salad?
we oh, I'm not a big salad person, I must say. We put like we add like mushrooms and that into
Oh,
the actual
stop it.
lasagna.
Don't do that. Don't put
I
mushrooms in
like
there.
mushrooms.
Well, why
There's
would you like
nothing wrong with
mushrooms?
mushrooms because they're
What they
not
don't taste good, they don't smell good. There's nothing good about a mushroom, whether it really nothing good about a mushroom in anything. I don't understand them. They
each to
grow in
their own,
shit.
egg.
You know that, right? Mushrooms basically grow in shit. Just saying.
Well, you don't know until you try, is what I'll always say.
But I have tried them, and this is what you sound like my mother. My mother always says, oh man, mushrooms. I'm like, I've tried them. I've tried them. She used to always try to hide them and shit. I'm like, I know they're in there. They taste bad.
I don't yeah, hate them. It's like me and onions or tomatoes. I despise eating tomatoes. Like, oh,
Well,
I
we
put a
call them
few tomatoes.
tomatoes, but the tomatoes, I never got into it until about high school. So I feel like you're gonna get involved soon here. Okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I couldn't eat the tomatoes until high school either. But then once you get into it, you'll learn to love them. It says my internet's unstable again.
You've got brave.
This is a mess.
It
We're on
might
episode
be
200 and my
mine.
internet's unstable. Grow up, Walton. Be better. Gosh darn it, eh? Do you know who Jeff Legui is?
Yes,
Do you
I
think do
do.
you think the Steelers should retire his jersey?
Oh, you've put me into a topic of conversation here.
They should.
It was a very good player for us, is what I'll say. I don't know enough really to have
Right.
I
Well,
can
I thought he's
is
like the top scorer ever until Dowd just took over. But like, man, think you'd retire that jersey, right? Just
you would think they would, but I'm not the owner of the Steelers, so I don't get to decide. Sadly,
no. We can only talk about it and
we
try
can.
and push them in the right direction, right?
Yeah, hey, it was a very good player for us. So
Yeah, and a good person, Shed guy. Okay, next
yeah.
question. Predictions for this season. Who's going to come
Oh,
first, second, and third?
first, second, and third. I think Belfast will. I think they'll stay in the top three. Where I'm not sure. I hope the Steelers do well. I mean, it's always
You
exciting
don't
to
sound
see
too
the new
confident.
team.
You don't sound too confident right now.
Yeah, because I was confident last season, and then we managed to
Piss
throw it
it
in the
down your
bin.
leg, I guess you could say. You can either say piss it down your leg or shit it down your leg. Yeah. No, I know, and that stuff stings, man. And those guys won't get over that like forever because
No,
losing
we
sucks.
had a really good yeah. We had a really good team last season. It was just I think the injuries and having to bring new people in that took its toll. Not having Connolly, I think, also took its toll. So he's back this season. Hopefully, he can work some of his magic. So
That's right. And actually that just made me think of something. Someone else that reached out to me. There's a fantasy hockey league for the EIHL. And
oh yeah,
they asked me to put in a team. I went to the website. I forget the website, but I put in a team. And Connolly was one of those guys that, like, I think I might have taken. You had to take so many imports, so many British guys. I know I
yeah.
picked a lot of shed guys on my team, but then the kid that was
You
supposed to go to
point, yeah.
Coventry, I just saw didn't even come. So I think I picked a player that's not even going to be in the league. So tough start for my team.
Oh well.
But yeah, they're raising money for Alzheimer's Foundation this year by putting in a £5 fantasy hockey team, folks. So put in a team,
Oh,
raise some money for Alzheimer's, and then you got something to do throughout the
seriously.
season, right?
I might have to look into that myself. So
I
looks
think
like
it's
fun.
called EIHL.fantasy or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I ought to give that a try. Really.
You should put in a squad.
Yeah.
Everybody should.
And
Let's compete, even if my guy
Yeah.
already quit and the season hasn't started. I think what a mess. That's why people ask
Hey.
why I chirp the Blaze. I pick one of your players for my fantasy team and the guy doesn't show up. You know? How are you supposed to buy in?
No, honestly, Alzheimer's charities are a very good cause. We just really need to support any charity, I think, with the good message.
But everybody only has so much money to go around, and there's like, from what I've found out in the shed is I'm trying to sell shirts on my website, and when people ever buy anything, I think it's the coolest thing ever that someone would actually spend their money on a shirt that was made from talking in my shed. And then there's season tickets, there's game tickets, there's away games, there is jerseys to buy, there's hats to buy to support your own team. There's so much stuff in the hockey world to spend money on, and it's like you can't keep you
can only do too much.
You can only do so much. And like for myself, I wanted to help you based on the kid I saw through that message, the pictures. I saw your old man, seems like a fantastic dude, and it made me want to help. But for everybody that reaches out, I can't help everybody. I'll do my best, but kind of busy.
Yeah.
So.
Oh no, seriously, it's been brilliant setting up this raffle, and
it's fun for me though, right? So
yeah,
I like it. I like being that we're coming into episode 200 today, and that that this has turned into a kid like yourself reaching out to me and bringing awareness to what you guys are going through and your old man. And then that me talking to my friends in my shed and hockey people in my shed can help like this, and that 72 tickets would be sold in a day. It makes me want to cry that it can help people. So that's cool.
Honestly, setting up this shed was brilliant, I think.
Wow,
it's given obviously my family a lot of enjoyment listening to the pod. So
well, thank you. No, it means a lot because it's brought a lot of joy to my life, getting to reconnect with everybody, and now I feel like I'm part of the game again.
Yeah. No, if you know enough people, it's worth doing, isn't it?
Oh, it's fun, man. And it's nothing to do with how many people listen. Like, it is cool to see, but like it literally has nothing to do with that. It's about the people you have on and getting to do what you want. Right?
Yeah.
Well,
absolutely.
You got anything for me here before we shut her down? I got to look at my notes here. I don't know if I have anything else for you today.
I've got a question.
Oh boy.
Who was your favorite team to play against in the AIHL?
The Steelers. Yeah. I really like trying to beat them because part of it too was when I was coming to the UK league, it was Sheffield and Cardiff were the two teams I was talking to. And then when I went to Cardiff and that's what happened, then it's like, well, you want to prove the other team like they should have tried harder. They should have tried to side me harder.
Yeah.
And you want to show them up every time you play them. And then they're also the big budget team with the big rink, and you want to beat those punks. Yeah, it really is. Really enjoyed beating Belfast too, and they were tough to play against. It was about the same, but Sheffield was more fun to beat.
Yeah, especially when they tried to sign you, so it's only natural. We were talking, and then that's why I really liked playing them, is because you want to show them up, but I don't think I really did that often. They did beat us both years. Hey,
but we got a Challenge Cup, right?
Yeah, exactly. You've got the Challenge Cup.
Yeah. So anyways, folks, as you could tell by meeting this young fella, he's quite the the guy, and you're gonna do well whatever you do in life, sir. But for now, let's raise as much money as we can to make your old man's life better, to get him the rehab he needs, and so that his life will be better, your mom's life, your life, that the better he can get, the better his day-to-day life will be better for everybody involved. Right?
Yeah.
And this has been another
absolutely.
episode of Zero Ales and Hockey Tales with Bader and Wally.